How you going, guys and girls? Daniel from Stewart's Racing. Been I think 3 weeks. I looked last night. Well, I pretty much look all the time what's going on in the old YouTube. Just a bit of an update on where we're at. It's been 3 weeks. We didn't film. It was just me and Em. We done a solo run up to Bairnsdale. We had a good run up there as well. Had a couple of little engine dramas. We ended up doing a head gasket. I believe I done it at Darlington, which you would have seen. If you haven't, it's below, so go and have a look. We had a good run there as well. I thought it had a bit of an exhaust leak, and then at Bairnsdale, after one of the reds, we idled for a bit. It sounded pretty good, didn't sound anything different. And then when we had the checkered flag, rolling around really slow, I noticed I could hear what I believed I've heard in the past before when we used to run back in the 202 days, that sounded like it was chucking through out the side of the head, which that's what it was. So we changed the head gasket. We checked it was the left hand head, as in the passenger side. We checked the head bolts on the right hand side head as well. Got a little bit more out of them. Whether that was it, I mean, we have had this engine hot. I don't know if you remember the first meeting out in it when we were at Ballarat. We did have this engine hot because we're running a bit lean. I don't think it was there. Talking to the engine builder and a dyno man. If it was going to go, it would have went a long time ago. So we're not too sure. I've checked fuel to make sure the fuel didn't have water or anything in it. The only thing that I can put it down to is that maybe the E85 had been sitting for too long, because when we went to the title, as you would have seen, I did on 2 laps, a lap and a half in the final. So we had the fuel was sitting in the car, and it was something that just didn't register with E85. If it's sealed up and off the ground, it's pretty good for a while, but being in the tank, we have our breather in the tank, so it's not technically sealed. So what E80, most of you, probably most of you don't know actually. So E85 consumes moisture a lot. If you can grab moisture out of the air, it's been not too bad weather here, but it has been raining a bit, and then, I don't know if I showed you in the past, but the shed floods a bit. So I done a test, the old fuel in a bottle. Sat the bottle on the just on the bench for the last week, and there was no contaminant in it at all. So going to get the timer light out soon, see if the timing's changed. It's just, I don't really need to look at it, because I actually checked the timer before we went to Bairnsdale, and the timer was bang on where it was. So it's just one of them things. I don't know what was wrong with it. Hopefully it was just the fuel. Hopefully it was just off stale fuel, which did it. So this engine's pretty much right up there with comp. It can't go back to 98, has to stay on E85. It could be a number of things. It could be even down to, because in these engines we have to run disc pistons, standard disc pistons. It could be even the carbon that's built up on the pistons itself could have put it over the limit. That could be one thing. The other thing, Bairnsdale was pretty heavy. That could lead to another thing. The 2 could lead to one doing a head gasket. Everything seems clean in there. Everything's good. It was just the left-hand one. It blew it out a fair bit too, like as I do. So we blew her out there. Usually being the centre one too on these Ecotechs over the years, we have had issues with if they're going to run lean. It does run lean in that middle pot, but the plug's fine. Everything seems fine, so it's just one of them things. We've got it jacked. What to have it jacked up for? Because I drained all the fuel out of it. That's why it's up in the air. Obviously, you can see fuel pump, that's all off. I usually reverse these tyres as well. So I swap them from left to right. I'll do the same with the front just to sort of get maximum life out of them. Yeah, that's where we're at. We're planning on going to Alex on Saturday, on the 7th, I believe it was. But they've cancelled a week in advance. Scared of the rain. Alex is a fair way away from us, but we got a lot of rain yesterday. The ground's dry. So we're going to go to Alex for a feature up there. I was looking keen to go there. But yeah, not much happening. Just give you an update on what's going on. Head gasket issue. I'll just put it on timeline. I'll do the timing. Make sure it hasn't moved. It couldn't move through the heat or anything. We had done a harmonic balancer at Bairnsdale in the past, but we had a rock hit the fin. Yeah, that's where we're at. Car's still in one piece. But we're all there. Just sort of let you know where I am. I haven't carked it. We're still kicking. Yeah, keen to go racing. We're gonna head to Nora on the weekend. So I'm gonna put this up later today. Hopefully see you there. Hopefully the rain does stay away. There is forecast for rain tomorrow and Saturday, so Nora usually push to get through, and to me, we race in the dirt. We race when after the water truck's been out there. I don't care how wet it is. I'll race. It's the fun of it, I suppose. Yeah. Update. We're still here. Planning on going to Nora. Nora will be second last one, and then June long weekend. We'll be heading to Alex for their 100 lapper weekend, and then that's the season done. So over in the US, yous are all starting, and we're just about to finish. So yeah, time to fix this re-shell. We've got another body. We've got something out. Slime's getting bigger and bigger. Killer dogs. Spare stuff for a different car. Yeah, I got the new body. It'll be pretty much all stripped out. It was pretty much the same as last time. Got it all out. Do another reshell. I don't know if I'll do all that, because I've done a pretty detailed one. That bit of a series that we've done on everything we do with me and Jackie Boy. Yeah, but this car's pretty knackered. Got some bent. Both sides are bent now. Bit of a kink there. Yeah, this side's the one we had on the jig, but she's all bent up in there. All the rails all bent. K-frame's bent. I sort of had enough of working on it, so it'll do. But yeah, update. Said Nora on the weekend, hopefully. Whoops, sorry. Rest this on something, so I feel like we're at the beach. Yeah, hopefully the city's there. Good field of cars. I can't remember how many there was, but there's going to be a good field of cars. As always at Nora. Swan Hill's on as well. Yeah, we're out of work at the moment, so it's probably a bit bit far of a stretch to drive up there. To just go for a run. But yeah, that's where we're at. Here's at Nora. Hopefully we can film there. Nora videos seem to be a bit of a hit. Yeah, if you like what you see, it's Daniel from Steelers Racing. We're a 2-car team, me and my brother. And my other brother, he rents a car, borrows a car, but it's mainly me and Shane. This is our channel. If you like what you see, which is pretty easy, the content's down the bottom. We don't got nothing to hide here. Yeah, if you like what you see, like, subscribe, comment, like as much as you want, thumbs up. Any help or info down the road that we can give you on anything, we're pretty much open book. We like to help everyone because we like everyone to be up the front as much as we can. So it's always good racing when you're fighting for a win. It's been a bit hard this year for wins. It is what it is when you drive with. I try and race with all the the big runners, all the fast guys. It makes it really hard to win. But it makes it really hard for them to win as well, and it changes around a lot. So that's my goal: to be fast. You need to race with the fast people. Yeah. So see you on the next one. Love you. Bye.